Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Love of Biology. Today we are going to learn about a second kingdom among the five, so that is the kingdom Protista. Under the kingdom Protista, all the unicellular eukaryotes are included, and they have a single cell but eukaryotes, so well defined nucleus is present as well as other membrane bound organelles are present. Some will have the flagella or the cilia. And these protistans, they will undergo reproduction asexually as well as sexually. Sexually, they will undergo reproduction by the cell fusion, and also they will produce the zygote. So these are the photosynthetic organisms. Some of them are that means they will show the two characters like animals as well as the plants. Among them, few of the examples let us discuss. First one is the chrysophytes, and the also called as diatoms, and the desmites also called as the golden algae. So these are also present in the fresh water, they are present, and also marine environment. These are photosynthetic, and the cell wall diatoms are made up of a cell wall that is made up of silica with the two overlapping shells it contains, which will put together like a soap box. Upper wall we call it as a epitheca, and the lower wall we call it as a hypotheca. Okay, so it is very stronger, indestructible, and this which will left behind a large amount of the cell deposits present in their habitat, and which are which is called as a diatomous earth, which is gritty and used for the polishing filtration processes. Okay, so these are the chief diatoms are the chief producers in the oceans. Okay, and the next organism is dinoflagellates. So dinoflagellate next to protistan. So these are the name only denoting that they will have two flagella, and their wall cell wall is made up of a stiff cellulose plates they contain as a wall, and these in between these cellulose plates one is the transverse and other one is the longitudinal flagella are embedded. Okay, and these are of different colors. These are also photosynthetic marine organisms, and they appear in the yellow, green, brown, red, like different colors based upon the pigment they contain. They are different colored ones. Okay, next character of the dinoflagellates is red color. Dinoflagellates are present in the seas, that is Mediterranean Sea. For example, if you take so that is the Goniaolox, because they will undergo rapid multiplication. Because of their color, the sea also appears in the red color. Okay, next these organisms will release the toxins, and also they will another character is bioluminescence. Next organism is the euglenoids. Euglenoids, these are the freshwater organisms and also found in the stagnant water. Instead of the cell wall, they have a protein rich layer that is a pellicle, which is very flexible. They have two flagella, one is the short and another one is the long one. So they are the photosynthetic in presence of the sunlight, that is acting as autotroph in presence of sunlight, and in absence of the sunlight they will behave like heterotrophs. So they will predate the other smaller organisms. Therefore they are so if you see the structure, they will have a flagella and outer layer that it contains, it is the pellicle, and inside that eukaryotic cell so all the characters remaining ones, and also eye spot it contains. Okay, it is a photosynthetic, so photosynthetic pigments are present, so that's why it is a green in color, that is a chlorophyll pigment that it contains. Okay, and it will undergo the binary fission for the reproduction, and example it is that is a euglena. Euglena is example for the euglenoids. They will undergo binary fission. Okay, so this is about the euglenoids. So these are the freshwater ones, also found in the stagnant water. Next organism, next coming to the after the this is slime molds. So these are the saprophytes, that is they depend upon the dead organic matter. The body moves along the decaying twigs and the leaves. They will engulf that organic material. Under suitable conditions they form an aggregation, that is a plasmodium, which may grow and spread over plasmodium during the favorable. Suitable means favorable condition, but in under unfavorable conditions will be there, right? So that a plasmodium differentiates and form fruiting bodies bearing the spores at their tips. The spores possess true walls. They are resistant and survive for the many years. Even under the worst condition, that is adverse conditions also, they can survive. The spores are dispersed by the air currents. So because of their outer wall, which is mucus one, which is very slimy, so these are called as the slime molds. Okay, so the name only saying that. And these are the saprophytes. They depend upon the dead organic matter and the scavengers these organisms are. So during the favorable conditions, they will produce the plasmodium. Okay, so this is about the slime molds. Next organism. Next, coming to the next one, that is another type of the protozoans. Last one, protozoans, which will also show both the animal, mostly they will show the normal characters, but mostly they will show the animal characters. So that's why proto means primitive and the zoans, they are the animals. So these are the heterotrophs and live as predators of the parasite, that means which will cause the diseases. Okay, so there are four major types of the protozoans. First one is the amoeboid protozoans. Amoeboid, based upon their locomotion actually. So amoeboid protozoans means they will produce a pseudopodia, that is a cytoplasmic extension which will form a false foot. Based upon the prey distance, they will produce a pseudopodia and they will engulf that. And the flagellated one, it will move with the help of flagella. The next one is a ciliated protozoan. Example is a paramecium. Above cilia is a small hair-like structures. With the help of those, these organisms will move. Example is the paramecium organism, and they have the cavity inside that and body. They will reproduce by the binary fission. And then last one is the sporozoans. So these organisms have an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. So that's why we are calling them as a sporozoans. Example is the plasmodium, which will cause the malaria disease in the human beings. Okay, so these are the four groups of the organisms of the protozoans. Thank you. Please subscribe if you like the video and share it. Thank you.